RHINO, Chapter 13. Keiko navigates the Land Rover towards the ravine to leave the plateau. Dad is silent, but Fee chatters non-stop about the black rhinos. Even Arden responds with more than I say. It's also adorable how he prefaces each sentence with his wife's name. Fee, did you notice the rhino's reflection in the water? Fee, I'm so bloody glad we saw them together. Fee, I'm so bloody glad you wanted to stay for one more drive. I hope that someday I have a husband who loves me as much as Arden cherishes his wife. I doubt Dad ever felt that kind of love for Mom. Does he feel that way toward Janpuss? The yellow flickering light of the fire in the distance is fringed in a soft glow. But I can't tell if it has lost its intensity or if my eyes are playing tricks on me. You're so quiet, I say to Dad. I'm in awe, Dad says. Did you see the size of the male's horn? It was as long as a saber. Dad loops his camera through an arm so that the strap crosses his chest. As the nose of the Land Rover dips down and we descend into the bottom of a ravine, we both grasp the seat backs in front of us. The Land Rover bottoms out into a landscape that resembles the Predator alley next to our bush camp. We started to ascend when a blast of gunfire cracks through the air, so loud and unmistakable that I jump. Blimey, Fee exclaims. What was that? Damn it, Junior curses. It is the first time I've heard any of the guides swear. Was that a gunshot? Arden says. No, I say, the rhinos. Has the female rhino been shot? Are the last of the western black rhino dead? Was that the sound of extinction? Another shot rings out, closer to us this time. I clutch Dad's arm. Keiko shouts into the radio. Contact, rhinos, contact. Claire, Dad says, no need to be frightened. Probably a ranger firing a warning shot to herd the rhinos away from the fire. Is he nuts? Do I need to spell it out for him? They're shooting guns. Goosebumps sprout on my arms and I scoot closer to my father. This is insane. Dad, I whimper, I want to go home. Dad puts his arm around me and pulls me under the crook of his arm. The camera grinds into my rib, but I don't care. He plants his chin on my head. His heart beats like a jackhammer, and I realize he was lying to keep me calm. Despite his words, he's scared too. Yes, he says, tomorrow we'll go home. I'm sorry, honey, this wasn't what I planned. This was supposed to be a fun vacation. This was supposed to bring us closer together. But when we get home, you'll remember the good things. Like seeing the baby elephant trumpeting at us. Maybe so, but I won't forget the lion chewing on a human arm either. Dad kisses the top of my head. It's okay, honey. It's going to be okay. Keiko revs the engine, and the vehicle rockets out of the gully onto the opposite plateau. My heart thunders, and I can hardly breathe. As the nose of our Land Rover levels out, the headlights of a vehicle flash on directly in front of us. Everyone get down, Junior shouts. A spray of gunfire explodes in our direction. Dad shoves me all the way to the floor and covers me with his body. The Land Rover careens around in a U-turn, and I grip the footrest near my head as we plunge into the galley again, heading back in the direction of the rhinos. Through the metal bars of the anchor of the seats, I see Fee cowering in the row behind us. Arden lies on top of her. Fear wafts off Fee in waves. Arden whispers something comforting, but I don't catch what he says. I can't believe this. It's so surreal. They can't really be shooting at us. It feels more like a scary amusement park ride than reality. Radio static is followed by Keiko's shouts. I hope he's trying to contact the anti-poachers to ask for help. Headlights from another vehicle slice through the night darkness as we rise up onto the plateau. Another volley of gunfire is directed at the front of our Land Rover. This can't be happening. Now we're sandwiched between two gun-toting maniacs who are shooting at us. Keiko slams on the brakes and the vehicle careens to one side. A silence fills the air when the engine stalls. No, 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 no. Keiko turns the key, but the engine only whines in protest. We're stuck. This can't be happening. I hear a sound like a dry branch split in two. They're coming. I have to get away. I have to get out. I have to get out. They're going to run up to our vehicle and spray the interior with bullets. We can't stay here. We have to run. I shove my father to get him off me. He must have thought he was crushing me because he lifts his body enough for me to scramble out from under him. And in my panic, I don't think. I hurl myself over the edge of the... And in my panic, I don't think. I hurl myself over the side of the Land Rover. Claire, Dad shouts. I feel his hand graze my heel as I tumble from the car. Claire, don't run! His words seem to come from very far away. I scramble to my knees and crab walk to distance myself from the vehicle. The Land Rover's engine rumbles to life. More gunshots are fired, but I can't go back. Somehow I find my feet and flee. Terror snaps at my heels like a herding dog nipping its sheep. My mind shouts its mantra, get away, they're shooting at us, get the hell away. Acrid air irritates my throat as I sprint across the clearing. A plume of smoke covers the moon. A yellow glow stretches from the horizon in the wrong direction. Another fire? It cannot be a coincidence. The thud of boots descends behind me. I don't know who is chasing me. A single flashlight beam illuminates the ground. My heart races, my feet pound the earth. Claire, Junior shouts over the chugging sound of the Land Rover's engine. Don't run! Claire, Dad adds. Stop, right now! I now understand that Dad and Junior are the men chasing me. I want to listen, but I can't. People have been shooting at us. I have to get away. My father continues to call my name. I see Junior's shadow, the long, thin outline of the rifle in his hand. Somewhere nearby, wood snaps as it is engulfed in the blaze. Are the poachers chasing the three of us? The moon peeks out from behind the smoke and clouds illuminating the ground. My eyes dart around for a place to hide. The fires have corralled the rhinos closer to me than I expected. Only then do I remember the black rhinos are prone to charge. I shift direction to avoid getting closer. I head towards a thin haze of smoke that blankets the air like wispy clouds, hoping this will limit the poacher's view of me. I cover my mouth with my shirt to avoid breathing in the smoke. More gunfire erupts from behind. One of those pyramid-like termite mounds towers in front of me, and I sprint towards the far side. I hear heavy breathing and pounding feet. I've almost reached the protective cover of the mound when the moonlight illuminates a flash of blonde hair in my peripheral vision. Junior. He snags my arm and pulls me down. The back of my head thuds to the ground. Air whooshes from my lungs as I land. Bloody fool, he chastises me, flipping onto his belly. As I suck in air, the thump, thump, thump of Dad's feet announces his arrival. He collapses next to us. I lift my head, but no one else follows. Above, smoke creates a thin layer of haze over the moon like a translucent shower curtain. My heart thuds as the sound of more gunshots fill the air. But it isn't too close. The fire may have saved me. I hadn't thought that I would feel afraid of humans on this safari. I only thought the animals would be dangerous. Silence falls. The three of us gulp air. The quiet is eerie. Then an engine is gunned, and a vehicle much smaller than ours appears out of the hazy air about 500 feet from the rhinos. It coasts in the direction of the giant beasts. This must be the people who ambushed us, but they have somehow skirted around our Land Rover to reach the rhinos. The animals startle and move back towards the watering hole, but they stop when the poacher's vehicle comes to a halt about a dozen car lengths away from them. I want to move behind the termite mound, but I'm too afraid. Two men get out. One is heavy-set and taller than the second man, who is lanky, with arms like rolling pins. They're probably beyond shooting distance of the two rhinos, so the men creep closer on foot. Junior raises his shotgun and points it in their direction. He mutters something in Afrikaans, and from the tone I suspect that he is cursing. He braces the gun on his shoulder but does not fire. They've moved around 5 car lengths from their vehicle when the smaller female rhino snorts, and the two men freeze. Junior takes aim again, then lowers the weapon. Ah, Junior says. They're too far away for me to stop them. He whispers something in Afrikaans into his radio, and I recognize Keiko's voice when he responds. Moments later, Keiko appears, his distinctive dreadlocks in silhouette, as he walks towards us from the direction of our Land Rover. The beam of his flashlight swings back and forth. One of the poachers lifts his rifle in Keiko's direction. Crap, Junior says. Then he speaks into his walkie-talkie. Keiko, turn off the torch. Turn off the torch! Keiko doesn't falter. I can't see a radio on his belt. He must have left it behind. He plows forward, so he still must not see the poachers. Oh my God. I squeeze Father's arm so hard that I feel him wince. Daddy, oh my God, oh my God, Keiko's going to get shot. Dad pulls my face away. I hear another shotgun blast followed by an exclamation and then a whoop in the distance. I turn my face in time to see Keiko's form collapse onto the ground. I can't catch my breath. Fear steamrolls over me. This can't be really happening. It's okay. It's okay, Dad says. He could still be alive. People survive gunshot wounds all the time. But then, as if in slow motion, the heavy-set poacher runs about 20 yards across an expanse of flat land. He lifts his rifle. I turn my head back towards Dad's chest, but I'm not fast enough. I see the big man fire a second bullet into Keiko's head. No! Junior cries. He bursts into a stream of Afrikaans. I don't need to understand the words to feel the pain behind them.